Hello, my name is Rachel and I like making YouTube videos. And so this past weekend, my roommate Carol moved out. She moved back to California. So I have, well, her room was my studio photography room before she moved in or moved back in, because she lived with me once before. and now that she's gone, I get to get my little photography room back. And I actually bought some new things for that. I bought a new backdrop and a backdrop stand, because the way I had it previously on this wall over here, I actually just had a huge backdrop taped up. But I thought, let's try one of those stands. And that way it's something I can actually, take with me. I can put it outside if I want to do some outside photos. I can put it in other rooms if for some reason I need to. I can more easily change out backdrops, because when it's taped up there, that's just the one you get. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to review. I did buy a new backdrop, and I also got the stand. So let's open this up. We're going to assemble it and give a review, I guess. And both of these products, the backdrop and the stand, are from Amazon. As usual, there will be Amazon affiliate links down in the description box below if either of these products interest you. I still have the bed in here. It's an inflatable mattress, and I just left it there, so I can use this as a guest room as well if needed. But I'll have to probably move my camera over a little bit so that the bed isn't in future photos. So it does come in this carry case. You can see the stand comes in this carrying case. It also comes with 4 clips, and these are to clip the backdrop to the top bar. And these are sandbags. So you can either fill them up with sand or even water bottles or books or anything heavy. And then if you're doing something outside and there's wind, you can then attach the weighted bags to your legs to help keep the stand from falling over. And then there is also instructions. Okay, so let's start by getting our parts out of the carry bag. Let's see here, here's the carry bag. Oh, it also has these straps that go from the sidebar to your backdrop, if your backdrop is, I guess, narrower than the... This has Velcro. And then there's more Velcro. And there are 3 compartments. So you're going to have 2 tripod stands. And your bars. and your bars create the length. I believe the one I purchased can go as high as 8 feet tall and 10 feet wide. So we start with opening the legs here. I'm guessing you want them like this. I feel like that would be too narrow. So tighten that up. And this is all hand tighten. You don't need tools or anything for this. These are the width bars. I'm actually going to use all of them. So we're going to go for the full 10 feet. And each bar has a little pin on one end and a little hole on one end. I did that backwards. Okay, so there's this larger hole, and that'll actually go on the poles And then there's a smaller hole that this goes into. So we get it right this time. There we go. That makes more sense. So 2 bars will be end bars and 2 bars will be middle bars. And our last bar, well, that was our 3rd bar. And our last bar, same thing. And this one again is an end bar because it has that larger hole there at the end. There we are. And then next on our little tripod pieces, there's this little screw here, or bolt. And you just take these off. And then you take this bar. So I did a bad job of measuring. I don't have quite enough room in this room for all 4 bars. So we are going to remove one of the bars, and this one is just going to be 3 bars wide. And those larger holes just go right down over that screw, and then you put the little bolt thingy back on. Okay, so I have just the 3 bars across, which like the full length would be 10 feet. So I'm guessing this is, I don't know, 7 feet, maybe 7.5 feet. I don't know how long these bars are, but with the bar, like there's no center support. So the bars just by themselves feels like it bows a little bit across the top, but I feel like that would be a problem you would have with any of these, simply because you have one long bar stretched across 2 sticks and they're not super, sturdy, solid bars. So next I am going to raise it up a little bit because this will go 8 feet tall. Oh wow, see here, you can see how tall that is, goes all the way up there. And then next is our backdrop. And I forgot how large this backdrop is. I might have gotten the 10-foot backdrop, so it might be larger than this bar here, but we'll see. Now these backdrops always have the creases in them, and I'm usually too lazy to iron them, so I usually just hang them up and let gravity slowly remove the creases over the next 5 years. Drop, hit myself in the mouth and got lipstick on it. But that's up at the top, so I don't think that'll even matter. It'll probably wipe off anyway. Yeah, it's mostly wiping off. Probably need to use some water to get the rest off, but it's at the very top, so it'll probably be folded over and you won't even see it anyway. But yeah, be careful of that if you're wearing makeup. And this next part is where these 4 clips come in handy, because I gotta clip this backdrop up there. I have a step stool, which is how I'm suddenly so tall. And I forgot to bring the clips with me. And as you can see, the backdrop I got is so much larger. I think I did get a 10-foot long backdrop because it was a 10-foot long stand, and I just didn't properly measure the room, or I didn't measure the room at all, to be honest. So that's kind of what's going on here with there being so much extra over here, and I did not evenly distribute the extra to the end because I wanted the little church to show up. So the end that's getting cut off is just like a tree and maybe some more gravestones. Okay, now that I've got the top clipped, hopefully evenly, I'm going to try and, oh, let's bring you back down here. Sorry. So yeah, I'm going to try and even it out a little bit height-wise and stuff. I can't remember how tall this backdrop is. I do think I have the stand up to its highest, which should be at 8 feet. But this is obviously longer. Let's see here if you can see. I've got a lot of extra fabric there. Truth is, I got a really good deal on this backdrop. It was like half the price of smaller ones in the same design. For some reason, this particular size, I guess because it's so big, was just priced really low. And you guys know how I am with a bargain. I'm like, oh, this one's cheaper. I'll definitely get that one. Okay, so it is definitely a lot taller than the stand. Sorry, I keep going out of frame there. But it's definitely a lot taller than the stand, but it also has, just bring you down here, so you can see how it's, looks like cobblestones there, and then your gravestones are along there. So I think it's meant to fold, to have a little bit on the ground to stand on, so that, you know, you get photos like that. It's immersive. It feels more like you're actually there and not just standing next to a picture of them. Let's see if I can get my thing to stand there. But that, you know, so when you stand on it, your feet have, you probably can't see it from there, but my feet are actually on some cobblestones. So I think that's the way that that's supposed to work. I really like this backdrop, and the creases aren't really as bad as my previous one. My previous one, the creases were so terrible. Sorry guys, I keep messing up the camera angles with this one. But so far so good. I think this backdrop is great. The backdrop stand for just sitting here in my room is perfectly sturdy. I don't think there's going to be any issues with that. However, like I said, if you were outside and you were dealing with some elements, it does come with the sandbags that you can fill with something heavy, and then they just attach to, extra here, they just attach to the bottom leg down here and hold them in place. So yeah, this backdrop and backdrop stand pretty much take up this entire wall. I think I do like this better than what I had previously, where I just had it taped up on this one wall here. This way, like I said, I'll be able to change out my backdrop more easily if that is something that I want to do. And I'll be able to move this with me. I could take this outside. It all folds up into that tiny carry case, and then you can fold the backdrop up rather small too, but you can carry the stand with you. So it'd be great if I wanted to get into doing outdoor photo shoots, stuff like that. Although I imagine if you're doing outdoor photo shoots, you don't need a backdrop because you have the whole outside. But still, it's something that I can take with me. I can travel with me, and I can use it for different purposes. And it wasn't that expensive. It was, the stand was less than $40. And I want to say I paid less than $20 for this incredibly huge backdrop. But like I said, it was, for some reason, this size, which was maybe the largest one, was cheaper in the same print than several of the other ones they had. And there will be, again, there will be associate links down in the description box below if you're interested in either of these items, want to check them out. But no, I think this is great. I'm going to be able to do some photos with backdrops again. I've missed being able to do that. Yeah, I've been having to do all my photos in my craft room, and that's just a mess. Although I suppose something like this, but smaller, would have worked for in there. But I just wanted to, I can make this backdrop stand smaller, so, because I think I do have one of those, like, only 5 feet wide but 7 feet long backdrops. And I could do that if I needed to take, what's that called? This direction? Is that portrait? I wanted to take photos, in a more narrow way in a smaller space. I could actually use this backdrop stand for that too. But so far, I am very pleased with this. It was super easy to assemble. It seems super sturdy enough. I feel like, when I first put the bar together, I was saying how it was drooping a little, but I feel like it's, with the backdrop on it, you don't even notice that at all. Like, it doesn't seem to be drooping any at all with the backdrop on it. Just odd. I would think adding the weight would make that a little bit worse, but apparently, no, it's great. I love it. And I do love that it did come with the 4 like, because some of the backdrops you have to buy the like clips and stuff separately. So I love that this was a all-inclusive kit. Has everything I absolutely need. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I know this was a little different, maybe not super exciting, but you know, maybe good if this is something that you were in the market for. Again, though, if you are doing stuff outside, you definitely would need weight on those tripod stands. They're perfectly stable for indoor use, but I wouldn't trust them if a slight gust of wind came along. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, of course, you can give it a thumbs down, and please tell us all about it in the comments below. And please subscribe to the channel. And I hope everyone is just staying happy, healthy, and safe in this incredibly crazy world we're living in. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.